that shows love. You just wanna have a good life, good life. Come to New West Side, a great place to grow, a great place to know for you and your family. Near West Side, neighborhood of neighborhoods, where Allegiance love their people, so come to New West Side. Please follow, like, and subscribe.
Hello, everybody. It is so good to see you. I'm trying to make myself big here so I can see. I'm going to actually just go straight to presentation mode because I can. And we will get started. Excited to see everyone today. Oops, there we go. I haven't done a webinar in so long, and I'm just looking forward to making this happen today. So yay us. Okay, so I'm hitting share screen. And we are going to start with our webinar. Here we go. And let me move me over so I can click that and slideshow. And here we go. So again, welcome everybody, April 13th, Wednesday at noon. And we have an exciting month. It's been, I can't believe it's all beginning to happen, and really looking forward to summer or spring and summer and getting out and being with the community again. And I think these may take a little hiatus while we're out and about, but we'll see what happens at the end of May. So as I said, spring is here. We have our annual cleanup. Yay. So as the snow never really melted, but the garbage should accumulate, we do want to make sure that we clean up our neighborhoods, and we are doing a group opportunity on Saturday next week at 10 a.m. We will be holding our main site at the Neighborhood House Community Garden, which is located, I should have put that picture in. I'll do that for my other webinar and for next week. For the Neighborhood House Community Garden. And I'm getting a little nervous because it says it just changed to my AirPods Pro. I don't know. Can y'all hear me, Elizabeth?
I'm confirming I can hear you just fine.
Thank you. This technology is making me crazy. Okay, cool. So then we'll be the Neighborhood House Garden. It is on 27th and Richardson Place. The address is 2713 West Richardson Place. And we will be there with actually the Neighborhood House team, and they're putting in some new garden beds at the garden. So that'll be a lot of fun. We do ask that if you're able, sign up. We have a link, tinyurl.com/22 cleanup, or we have that nice QR code, and I have a big picture at the end, so don't get worried if you miss anything. And other big thank you to Gorman and Company. They are sponsoring this event, and we appreciate all their support. It will also go to the other events we have at the remaining of the year, which are our ArborFest events, and you'll learn more about those. Come on, machine. Okay, there we go. Neighborhood House Pantry is still open. They are serving, and they do need help. You're welcome. They do have a menu option, so you can pick up items you like best. You can get up to 3 days of food, and the zip codes they are serving are 53208 and 233. You do just need a proof of residence, and that's a driver's license that you do live in the area, and that will be all. And they will be eventually stocking fresh produce as their gardens are overflowing with, last year it was green beans, as I recall, and I actually had a few, and they are delicious. We do have a community calendar now on our website, which is so totally exciting. And it's pretty simple to get to. You are just going to go up to our main page that near Westside Partners here. It'll scroll down. You'll see calendar, and this is where you'll land. Scroll a little bit further, and then you will find a place that you can also submit events. So in lieu of time, I'm just going to show you a couple events, but they are on this community calendar. We do encourage folks to be able to put their community events here, especially the weekday ones or even weekends, but we want to make sure that everyone knows about the good happenings in our neighborhoods. So a couple events coming up in the next week. There is a new virtual gallery being hosted with Milwaukee County Historical Society, and it's going to be on the Lyle Oberweis neon sign. So that's going to be kind of fun. So the grand opening is going to be April 21st at 7 p.m. Keep an eye on it, and that's where you can join the event. Story School Elementary is getting some new green space. So that big lot that they have up to 37th Street is hopefully going to be rehabbed into more green space. And they are having a community event to get input. April 20th at 2:45. And again, that's on our calendar. And same thing with the Mercado Peru. This, I think, will be their last event, but on Sunday mornings, they're open over at Triciclo, Peru, having a makers fair, essentially. So you can find a lot of different makers there through the course. And we're hoping also to get a couple of those folks at our Fleet Street Oasis this summer. So again, if you want to find information, your Westside mke.org/news-events. And that's where you can find all this good information. So coming up, I spent some time with Bob Patterson-Sumwalt this week, and we talked about his garden called Mulberry Hill Garden. It's not really his, but he is the director of the nonprofit organization Mulberry Hill. And it's a beautiful garden that was rejuvenated last summer. It's been there for a while, but needed a little new attention. And so he and a team of folks have done that. And so I took time to talk to him about what they do, and then something to be able to look forward to as the summer comes forward. And actually, they're getting started with building and events and planting pretty darn soon. So there really is a lot going on. And this is a recorded interview, so we will go there, and let me make sure I don't need to go. Let's see, blur. Nope. Okay, I should be good on all the things I need to make this work.
Bob Patterson-Sumwalt, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing information about the Mulberry Hill Garden. You are founder and director of Mulberry Hill Gardens. Can you please share a little information about yourself?
Gardening, and so when this opportunity came along and I saw this space, I thought this is a great place to have an inner city garden.
And now I can hear Bob. Okay.
So
I am going to pause this for a second. And I think
so. Your
where's Bob?
transformation.
Bob, stop. Okay. Let me start back at the beginning. I'm figuring out how to do this crazy recording and going back. So we should all be good. I'm starting it again so you all can hear the beginning of Bob. All right. Thanks.
Bob Patterson-Sumwalt, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing information about the Mulberry Hill Garden. You are founder and director of Mulberry Hill Gardens. Can you please share a little information about yourself?
Well, I'm a former agriculture teacher, and I grew up on a farm and always had a passion for gardening. And we started Mulberry Hill last year. This is the second nonprofit that I direct. And I was a math teacher as well, and I like working with kids, and I like gardening. And so when this opportunity.
Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm starting my video again because we are having a little technical difficulty, but I think I might know the reason why. So let's try this. Stop share. And we will go back. to let it kind of rewound and get itself going. The video is, so let me go back to screen share. I will go back. Actually, let's do it this way. Because other tool. Let's go there. All right, we should be in good shape. Okay, let's go. And I'm gonna give it a second. Let's just go. I think I discovered something else new. Okay, and we'll give that a second, and hopefully Bob doesn't freeze anymore, and neither do I. I'm gonna hit the play, and we'll try again.
Agriculture teacher, and I grew up on a farm and always had a passion for gardening. And we radio last year. This is the second nonprofit that I direct, and I was a math teacher as well, and I like working with kids, and I like gardening, and so when this opportunity came along and I saw this space, I thought this is a great place to have an inner city garden, and we can grow some food for people. So that's what we're about.
Awesome. So your transformation started a few years ago, and you are between Michigan and Wisconsin on 25th Street, correct?
Right.
Yep. And so that was a former community garden. Can you tell us about that transition and your ability to be able to revitalize it?
Well, it was called Urban Eden, and they'd done a great job, and they kind of run its course, and so it just kind of, I started working with a few of them, and they decided to let me take the lead and create a nonprofit, and came up with the name of Mulberry Hill as kind of the unique name, and because it has mulberries trees on it, and it's on a hill, and the people in the neighborhood have responded, and we have volunteers, and we're making it happen.
So there's been quite a transformation with that property. Can you share a little bit about where it was and what you've taken it to? And we will definitely get to the website to show everyone how that transformation has occurred and what a beautiful space it is.
Well, they're pretty much an empty lot. There were maybe 6 or 8 beds that were left and old, so we took those out. So we started with an empty space, and then we built about 2,400 square feet of raised beds, equivalent of about 80 4x8 raised beds. And part of the project was that we had to, we were given a CIP grant, Community Improvement Project grant, from the city of Milwaukee. And part of their requirements is that we had to build a ADA bed, a raised bed for wheelchairs. And so with that, we kind of made a patio space and built a pergola and benches. And so kind of made a place for people to hang out there. And we also have a pocket garden that's filled with perennials and annuals, and so that's a butterfly garden and an herb garden. And so it's a real beautiful space. And so we're going to expand on those kind of plannings. So it's also kind of a botanical garden and also a vegetable garden.
Yum. And how does the vegetable community garden work? What is required for folks to be able to be part of that?
Well, we'd like to have people volunteer, and then in exchange, they can have all the vegetables they want. And the extra food last year, we probably took somewhere between 1 and 2 tons of food to neighborhood house food pantry. And we'll continue that. And but we'd like to see more volunteers and more food go to the people that live around the neighborhood. So that's the plan. That's how we do it. And on our website, we're going to have event days for people to volunteer for and come forward.
So you're always fundraising and looking for additional support from the community to be part of your program. What specific needs do you have?
Well, this spring, we want to build about 800 more square feet of raised beds. So we got more space for vegetables. And we're going to plant raspberries. So we're going to have some raised beds for raspberries, and we're going to have a small greenhouse that's going to be 7 feet by 22 feet. And it's just a temporary thing, but it works really well. So we need help building that. Hope to get that up in a week or so and get some stuff planted in there. And our big project is that we need a shed for tools and other equipment and storage of plant structures. And so we hope to have that done by May 1st. So we need volunteers and also funding for that. We're going to have a campaign to fund that on our website and thermometer and stuff. And people could contribute, and we'll be happy to people to come along and help with the building. I'd like to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's right around the corner too.
Yeah.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So speaking of your website, let's just head on over there because as we've already talked about, that picture speaks 1,000 words. So this is the updated website. You're still working on it, so it doesn't quite look like this when folks go there currently, correct?
Yeah, it's not live yet. Can you show the picture, the front page picture? Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
There it is. And the big donate next to it too, and volunteer. Yay.
Right. And the donate is well, this isn't live yet, but it'll be live in a couple of days. But here's the pergola that we built. And oh, this is a picture without the benches. I got to update that. Maybe there's a picture of the benches in here.
I'll keep looking. So even here, like as we go through our progress, July, we continue to look, but look at that bounty that was just set out for folks to take at the end of the day because of your overabundance and
right.
needing
and we did,
more folks.
Yeah, we started that in 1st of July. We just started putting vegetables on the curb, and they were always taken.
Wow.
Which was good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, and that beautiful transformation. So then this raised bed is, again, you're saying the handicap accessible where folks can potentially, if they are seated, can go ahead and be part of that gardening process and be active and involved. So let us go. Oh, I got a phone call coming. I just turned it off. We'll start there at the community garden picks and bring her on up. Is that just the front page? Oh, there. We'll go with this one. So the pocket garden.
Yeah. So here's the pocket garden. This is probably in June, and you can see it's just starting to flower out. And here's a monarch. Is that a monarch? No, that's not a monarch.
Oh yeah, I think it is a monarch.
No.
No.
Anyway, I think this is butterfly weed, the purple. So in the butterfly garden, we have plants that the butterflies like.
A beautiful space, and again, here it's kind of a area you can walk around, as you're saying, and the various kinds of flowers. Right. So,
and where the apple tree in the background, that's where we're going to put the raspberries.
Ah, very good. And the mulberries over to the backside, right? That still exists, you said.
Yeah. Well, there's a big mulberry hill over by the parking lot.
Okay.
And also right in the corner of this pocket garden. Yeah. So So it looks like we have some work to do on this website because it says community pick garden, but here's urban Eden. It's the folks that my cat is attacking.
Visitor. So the Urban Eden, there is an international learning center associated with the Central United Methodist Church and Neighborhood House, and they were the originators of the garden, correct?
Right. Yeah, I don't think the International Learning Center was part of it, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but yeah, here's what they did in the past. Can we go back to the front page and click on the September pictures? Click on the top of here.
Let's just go there. We'll do home. Here we are. Home.
Okay, let's go into the September pictures.
Oh, you can just click in them.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
click on those.
This will be more fun.
Yeah.
So we have zucchini, kale,
Oh, that's broccoli.
tomatoes. Oh, broccoli. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
What's the stalky thing? It looks like
okra.
rhubarb.
okra.
Oh,
Yeah, cucumbers, tomatoes, yellow squash, red onions. Yeah, we grew a lot of
wow.
zucchini. And that pretty much was taken on the curve. I don't know how much zucchini got to the food pantry, but we got a lot of that.
What's your favorite way to prepare your zucchini?
Well, my wife likes to turn it into spaghetti.
That's a good one. I personally like the chocolate chip zucchini cake.
Yeah. So here are two of our volunteers. This is Donna and Amelia. And I think this was the first harvest that we took to the food pantry. And this red pile down here, I think those are beets or those onions, and the potatoes in the box and the tomatoes in the box. And down here we had three kinds of green beans, purple, yellow, and green. And that was quite a harvest there. Good.
I'm just in awe. If you can't tell, I'm trying to. So again, here's some more folks. Oh, there's Bob all set up with his sunglasses.
Yeah, so here's Donna, and there's another picture, but here we got tomatoes and potatoes, and I think the beet greens hanging over the box lid there. Oh, we grew leeks. Amelia's holding some leeks, and Donna's holding some carrots.
That's great. Okay, let's try and we'll go to another one. Here's Donna again. With this oh wait, tell us about those trellis you got going in the background.
Okay, well those are tomato support structures. And one method of getting tomatoes off the ground is to have them climb up a rope or grow up a rope. And so we got them in kind of late last year, but we hope to have more success with that this year. There's a whole bunch of different ways to trellis tomatoes, cages, but I thought this is a little cheaper than buying a cage for every tomato.
Yeah, very true.
We'll explore that.
I like that look. Yeah, and then again, just look at all the bounty behind Donna. It's phenomenal. I obviously, and then you have your pretty little marigolds, and those are one of the plants that help counter bugs and whatnot, or is it rodent? And there's somebody likes getting in the gardens, and the
marigolds, I kind of Yeah, they're a deterrent to some bugs. But we kind of put them there just to make it look pretty.
Yeah, and it does look pretty. There's no question. It is a bright. So again, and then, ooh,
So in the fall, we started as we dug up potatoes, we started planting cover crops. And the cover crop is a mix of winter rye, buckwheat, and I believe there's some clover in there. And that got to be about 2 to 3 feet tall. And now this spring, we're going to turn that under and makes for some great organic addition of organic matter to the soil, but it also kept the soil from being blown away and keeps the weeds down. We want to keep the organic matter content above 3%, and this is one way to do that.
good to know. And do you just go to a garden store for those seeds, or to?
Well, the buckwheat, I ordered them online from somewhere from the seed company.
Okay, interesting.
And in the back there, we had the collard greens. We planted collard greens the 15th of August, and there was a big demand for collard greens.
You bet. And then those green tomatoes, we did talk about that the other day. There's a battle between the green tomato fans and the red tomato fans. Oh my gosh, what are those things?
Well, that's corn.
It's corn.
Yeah, this is Peruvian giant corn, and just planted that just for fun. And those got to be 15 feet tall.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like the day length is like 225 days, and they were almost to the point of putting out ears, but the season ended. I think. They come from the jungles, the Amazon jungles, where this stuff is from, and if we'd had ears, they'd have been like 15, 20 inches, I guess, but didn't get them. So it was kind of fun just to watch, see them grow.
No kidding. And the squirrels didn't get to them before they got tall. That's always my hassle. I try and put corn in for fun, and
Well, they didn't have anything for squirrels to eat. So so here's mid-construction of the pergola before we put the stones down.
wow. Yeah, so you had a lot already planted, and in the background there is some perennials, correct?
Well, those are annual flowers. Those are zinnias.
Oh.
And yeah, one feature is of the garden is we have a cut flower garden is for people to come in and be able to make bouquets. And a lot of people did that. And this was zinnias, and what else was in there? It was mostly zinnias. I think there were some gladiolus in there too.
Interesting.
The specific purpose was for people to be able to make bouquets and take them home. So people really,
Lovely.
yeah. I think if you go back to the home page and click on one of those other months, we can see a bigger picture.
Sure.
Okay, go down. Try photos from July 26th. Okay, so
Oh
here's,
my goodness.
yeah, so here, this is a picture of one half of the garden. And you can see the full size and the number of beds.
Wow.
And then
Oh
down,
my.
yeah, down below, click on the far right.
This one? Top?
Yeah, yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this is from the other side.
Mhm.
Down below, onions, we got tomatoes or green beans to the right there. In the middle there is peppers, onions, and let's just toggle through this and see what we got.
Sure. We got you there. There we go.
There you go. There's
It's
onions.
so green.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool to see. Yeah. And zucchini in the corner, and now this was butternut squash. A lot of butternut squash, and see the pocket garden, the perennial flowers here on the right. These were the carrots. We learned a lot about growing carrots, and this is, I think this is from the butterfly garden. I don't know the species. They're the pocket garden was designed by one of our board members, who was a master gardener, and she's been there for about 10 years. And she came in and designed the pocket garden, and there's probably 100 different varieties of plants that she put in. She knew how to coordinate, make it really pretty.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, look at that. Those butterflies love that stuff.
That might be called butterfly weed, yeah. Looks like the corn's a little taller in this one, a little further.
That is so fun. Is there any? Here the zinnias are, right in front
Yeah,
there.
those are zinnias, yeah.
Look how big they are. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're real pretty.
I'm getting excited for summer already. Yay.
Yeah,
And
so
then here's your
the pocket garden, yeah. And where the dirt pile is, that's where the shed is gonna go.
okay, so over here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's just beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And
Wow.
yeah, the butterfly gardens are in the front, and perennial gardens on the right, annual gardens on the left, and then the herb garden is there at the top center.
Okay. Oh, yep, right there. Okay. Wow. So we can all do this at home, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Wow. Or just come to Mulberry Hill and enjoy it without any work involved other than occasional little weeding for an hour, and then you get a free vegetable. What the heck?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's right. I think that's
Lavender?
no, that's a butterfly plant, a butterfly weed. Don't quote me on that.
Well, it's
There's
pretty.
marginal
That's all we need to know. Oh, what kind of? Oh, is that it? What is that?
That's some sort of hornet or wasp, and I don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. I haven't seen a black wasp like this since my early days on the farm, and we used to call them mud daubers because they would take mud and build nests. They were black, but I don't know if that's what this is.
Oh, look at them.
Really
go.
pretty.
Yeah,
And
that
I
is
saw this
Yeah.
a lot, and there were hundreds and hundreds of bees in July and August that they're just all over the garden.
Is there any potential for getting some beehives, or you're just?
Yeah, that's
comfortable
part of
with-
the plan. Yeah, we want to eventually
Okay.
want to get some bees. Yeah, definitely. Because then we get some big.
Oh, there we go. Here's the bee.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I had a lot of bumblebees as well. But we definitely need more bees. It showed up in the cucumbers. The cucumbers, when they grow halfway and they're kind of stubby, that I learned that they're not getting pollinated well enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that means there's not enough bees. So.
Interesting. That's just so cool.
Yeah.
You could tell I could just enjoy this forever. Which is why I recruited you to do this, because I want to share it with everybody what an asset we have here in the near West Side, the opportunity for folks to have access to fresh produce, to be part of a bigger community event and aspect of making our community healthy and well, and that it's just right here. It's just so amazing. I know you do have long-term plans for some youth engagement. Can you share a little more about that?
Well, we want to have a youth agriculture science academy where we teach youth over 4 or 5 years to become master level type gardeners and learn all the knowledge that is there, and teach them to be able to have their own gardens and be successful at it, but also as potential career paths. And so I'm looking to recruit 7th and 8th graders who are really interested in this. And one of the things we want to do is find funding to pay for kids to work 10, 15 hours a week. And so not only will they learn how to be gardeners and to grow food for themselves, they'll be having summer employment. So we're going to be applying for grants and looking for foundations and corporations to help fund that. And with my experience as a teacher at junior high and high school kids for the year, I think we're suited to set up a school that would be beneficial for a lot of kids.
For sure. Yeah, so this is just amazing. Well, Bob, I'm so glad I'm able to get by this garden and see it. I look forward to being part of the volunteer corps this summer. I'll be in everyone's garden, including my own. But that's always the best part of it. And the fall harvest, I think, is the real best part of it. And we do appreciate what you've done for not only, oops, I'm going to stop share. Here we are. The efforts that you've put forward to make our community healthy and well, and support others in Milwaukee to have access. So we look forward to seeing you all summer. We'll drop in and do some little updates and make sure everyone remembers that website and the opportunities they have available to be part of your garden.
Well, thanks for having us, and thanks for helping to get the word out, and we'll get some more volunteers and feed more people.
Awesome. And I will leave a slide after this so folks have a reference point and your website and everything, so they can give you a call immediately or drop a dime in your donate button. So hopefully we'll see some good action from this wonderful event. All right. Thanks so much, Bob. I appreciate all your time.
Okay. Thank you, Barb.
Hey peeps, we're back. I gotta do this. And then, there we are. And I will go back to my other share, because I got all sorts of shares going on. And oops, that's the wrong share. Correct me up. Okay, hold on. It's gonna play again. Stop. Okay. Stop share. I got myself all wonked around, but we can make this work. I'm going to minimize that. Okay. Oh, that's probably okay. I got it now. We can do this. No, we can't. Oh, Elizabeth, how come I always do these silly things? Okay, let me go there. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't grab this off. Okay, here we are. And we are going to stop share. Okay. And then go back to my PowerPoint, which is meeting. I'm sorry. This is like all of a sudden wonky on me. Okay, we'll go there, screen share. So I need to be here, which is where I am, and I can't do this. All right. Well, I'm just not going to worry too much about trying to go back to my PowerPoint. So let's just do this and say thank you to everybody. Included in my PowerPoint, I must also let y'all know, is a recognition of Charlie Behrens. A few of us were able to go to his Midwest survival tour this weekend, and it was quite exciting, and we got some pictures with him. But really the fun part with Charlie is that he does this crazy little donation idea. And with that, he finds an item on Craigslist and resells it. So he did that for us, and he it was a green couch, and actually I believe the seller was in the audience. We have a picture of him, but he raised $2,000 on this couch that was being sold for $50 in the Green Bay area. So we just want to say thank you so much for that. And then he did match that donation. And if you have not seen Charlie Behrens, he also, you may know him as the Manitowoc Minute, but he's also a very accomplished writer, and really just an asset to the Midwest and Milwaukee in the way he gives back to veterans, to nonprofit organizations, and we appreciate all that he has done here for us in the Near West Side. So thank you, Charlie. So everybody, thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll get all that other stuff up on the website so you can see it, and we'll make it all work. So thanks so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.